I'm your yoga instructor, Kate, and welcome to your 30-minute Yoga Strong Hatha-flow. Today, we'll be strengthening and stretching your whole body as we flow from pose to pose, focusing on variations of crescent lunge. You'll need a blanket and 2 sturdy blocks. I like to use Kirk blocks for my flow practice. We'll be using these if you need modification and also if you want variation for some of our stretching poses today. We're going to start on the mat in a kneeling position, knees shoulder distance apart, big toes coming towards or to each other, sitting glutes to heels. We'll breathe those hands forward as they reach towards the top of our mat, lengthening our back. Exhale, relax your forehead down to the mat. Gentle inhale. Exhale, hug belly to back. Let's start to engage our Ujjayi ocean breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. One more with open mouth. Closing the lips, we continue with this breath. Starting to hear that wave-like sound. Inhale, lift the forehead and heart. Exhale, walk your hands over to the left side, opening that right side body. Walk those hands forward. Right hand can step on top of left hand to deepen this right side stretch. Breathing here. Keep breathing at your pace. One more breath. Inhale, lift head and heart. Exhale, walk the hands back to center. And inhale, reach forward, lower the head. And exhale, lift the head and walk over to the right side. Reaching the left hand forward. Feel that left side open. We can pick up that left hand on top of the right. Keep breathing in rhythm with your body. Let's take one more breath. Inhale. Hands walk back to center. Exhale. Inhale, root into fingertips, lift the head and the heart up. Exhale, bring the knees and feet hip distance apart. Exhale, and start to circle your hips forward and back. This circle can be slow and soft. As you see, I'm making a very gentle spiral here, or you can start to deepen as I'm now showing, coming almost back into puppy and then coming forward almost into our up dog. Poses will start to visit in our salutation. Let's circle the other way. Feeling your breath propel this beautiful movement. Feel the arms strong. Feel your core engaged. We'll come to stillness, curl the toes under, and we will now press the hips right over the knees, preparing for puppy. Start to walk the hands forward. Head can float in between the arms, or the forehead can lower to the mat. That will give you a much deeper stretch under the arms, so be mindful. If the head does lower, you want the top of the forehead right where it meets the hairline, coming down to the mat. Not toward your nose, or that could kink your neck. One more breath. Inhale, root into fingertips. Lift the heart. Exhale, lift the knees. Find your plank, squaring shoulders over wrists. And then inhale, press your hips back and up to your downward facing dog pose. Exhale, bend both knees, pike your hips high, and then inhale, straighten, pressing the heels down. Once more, exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, walk it out, lifting one heel, and then the other. Keep breathing with this movement. And now inhale, both heels down. Reaching towards the mat, exhale. Inhale, soften the knees. Focus gaze towards the thumbs. Exhale, step forward. Inhale into forward fold. Feet hip distance, toes open. Exhale, hug belly to back. Feel your body folding at your hips. Inhale, hands may rise to your ankles if that gives more space for the legs, or knees may soften. With your next breath, let's lift up, bringing your hands towards the shins. Really reaching forward through the crown of the head and our half lift here. You'll feel your weight shift forward to your toes, clinging to your mat. Exhale, ground back to the heels. Pull belly to back as you fold. Inhale, bend your knees into your chair, and exhale, your arms up, carry your hips high. Inhale, hands together, and exhale, hands to heart center. Close your eyes. Deep inhale. Exhale. Continue to breathe with your oceanic breath. Lips can be closed or open. Being mindful to keep your breath flowing as you explore our poses today. Be mindful to keep your heart open to how your body needs to move today. If you like, you can take a moment to set an intention, a focus for your practice. Let's begin. We're now going to go ahead and start with our salutation. You're going to inhale your arms up, hands together, and exhale, hands to your heart center. Then we're going to inhale, reach the arms up, soft lean back. Exhale, diving down, we're going to fold, pick the belly up, squeeze it to the back. Inhale, lift the fingertips or bring hands to shins as we reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale, full ground to heels. Inhale, palms to mat. We're gonna step those feet back. First step, your left foot back. Then step your right foot back into our plank. You can lower to your knees, which I'm gonna show for the first round, or keep the knees lifted as we exhale and bend the elbows, shoulders coming forward of the elbows, bringing your chin and chest down. Toes uncurl, we lengthen the legs back. The hips meet the mat. Keeping hands to the sides of the shoulders, we inhale and hug the elbows in and lift the chin up into our baby cobra or our full cobra or our up dog, lifting hips. I'm going to stay in baby cobra, and then we'll exhale, chin to mat, curl toes under. Inhale, press back to your puppy pose. And exhale. Inhale, pick the knees up, and exhale, press your hips up and back to downward dog. Inhale, soften knees, focus gaze to thumbs. Exhale, step forward. Forward fold, belly to back. Inhale, lifting hands and back. We're gonna reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale, fold, ground to heels. Inhale, sink your hips back. Exhale, reach your arms up. Inhale, hands together. And exhale, hands to heart center, eyes closed. We're gonna repeat this salutation. We're gonna inhale, arms up, leaning back. Exhale, dive and fold, pull belly to back. Give yourself space to fold. Remember, you can soften the knees if needed. Inhale, lifting. We call this half lift. Lift to fingertips or hands to shins or knees. Reach the crown of the head forward. And then exhale, fold. Let's inhale, step that right foot back. And then exhale, step your left foot back. I'm gonna now stay on my toes to show this energetic expression of Chaturanga Dandasana, deep inhale. I'm leaning forward, tips of my toes. Exhale, sinking down. Inhale, lifting up. Now I naturally come to up dog. I'm drawing my shoulder blades down, and I'm gonna exhale, pike straight up and back to downward facing dog. Let's inhale, walk it out. Exhale, press both heels down. Inhale, soften your knees, look towards your thumbs. Exhale, step or hop forward. Forward fold, belly to back. Inhale, lifting to fingertips or hands to knees. Reaching crown of the head forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sink the hips back. Exhale, lifting up. Inhale, hands together. And exhale, hands to heart center. Close your eyes. Inhale, your intention or focus on your oceanic breath. And exhale, sigh. Creating space. Inhale, open your eyes. Exhale, your arms to your sides. We're going to inhale and step your left foot back, coming into your lunge. We're going to exhale and reach your arms up into that high lunge, that high crescent pose. The heel is not touching. The feet are wide hip distance apart. So instead of being on a balance beam where the feet are really close, they're nice and wide, giving space for stability. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, lean back. And now I want you to really reach up first. That's gonna help you lean back safely. Keep the front knee bent in line or behind the ankle. You can look up, but be mindful to do what's best for your neck. You could also look straight forward. Let's take one more breath. Now we're gonna inhale and lift to neutral. We're gonna exhale and start to reach forward, forward, forward. Keep that front knee bent. And then we're gonna start to reach the arms back. Feel that front quad. Let's hold here. Keep driving the back heel down. If you want and you can reach, you could bring the hands together, clasping the fingers in a very deep stretch. In our humble lunge, or you could keep the hands open. Take one more breath. Then we're going to inhale your left hand down. We're going to circle that right arm up. And hello, we are in revolved lunge. Let's take 3 breaths here. Make sure that you keep that wrist in line with the shoulder. And if this is uncomfortable for your wrist or this is too deep, that's why we have the blocks. We can bring that block in to lift. And remember, the block can lift really high if you need it to. Find your revolved lunge. Then we're going to inhale and lower that right hand. Now you will want to find both of your blocks and at least start at the low end of your block. As we straighten the front leg, as you can see my foot is to the mat. We now lift the toes. And I tell you what we're feeling, but I'm pretty sure you're all feeling the back of that right leg. Now, what I want you to see is that I'm dragging my right heel back, and this is to square my hips. Before I was here, and you could see, right, that the right hip is forward of the left. So dragging it back creates a more honest and safe stretch. And honestly, a deeper stretch. Let's take one more breath here. Remember, you can always lift the blocks. This is the best height for me. Find the best height for you. Then we're gonna bend that knee. Now I'm gonna pick my blocks up really high. I'm gonna step my back left foot really far back, and I'm gonna lower my left knee down. If you have sensitive knees, take a blanket under that back knee. We're gonna now walk the blocks back so that our hands are more in line with our hips. And we're gonna feel a beautiful stretch through this back quad. Hold here, take another breath. If you want, you could always lift the arms. And you could lean back. But I'm gonna stay here. Now we're going to inhale, press both hips back, straighten the leg. You can keep the toes down, which I'm going to do because I want to stretch the front of my ankle. Or you could lift, and that'll really, oh man, will that give you a stretch through the back of the leg. And I can honestly feel that wrapping into the glute and all the way up to my sacrum, which is the low part of the back right above your glutes. But I'm going to keep my toes down. I really want to stretch my foot. Then we're going to inhale, bend that knee. We're going to exhale, bring the knee back. We're going to lower the blocks to their lowest height, shoulder distance apart. Open your knees wide. We're coming back to child's pose, big toes together. This is going to feel so good in your shoulders. Keep your palms open on the blocks. And slide those hands forward. You're welcome. It feels so good. Lower that forehead down. Let the glutes relax to the heels. And breathe. So lifting the hands onto the blocks is going to give you a more focused stretch into the shoulder blades, the underarms. Maybe you might even feel this into the neck. I can guarantee you that if you have shoulder and neck tension or even pain, that you are holding a lot of that underneath your arms. And so this is really going to help stretch that area out. Let's take one more breath. Inhale, root into your hands, into your shins. Exhale, lift your head, your heart, your hips. Bring the knees and feet in hip distance apart. I want you to keep the blocks, but I want you to slide them away just for a sec. Hands to the mat, and hands are going to be a couple inches behind your blocks. We're going to come back to our circle. I want you to feel, now that we've done the first side of our flow, that you have more space to explore in your circle. Let's go the other way. Remember, your circle doesn't have to look like my circle. Just like I don't even want your body to look like my body. I want your body to be exactly where it is today. That's where it should be. That's where it's meant to be. You're exactly who and where you're supposed to be in this moment. We're going to go ahead now and bring the blocks back. I'm going to show you something. Downward dog can be a really tricky pose. It's like the core pose of yoga, but it can be really tricky because for most of us, we feel this in our arms, if not in our wrists, which I feel it in these tiny little baby wrists of mine. Let's curl the toes under, let's lift the knees, let's find our plank first on the blocks, and then press back. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to walk my feet half a foot length forward, so I naturally am more rooted into my legs. And elevating my hands, I'm going to bring my thumbs behind the back of the block. This is going to help straighten my wrist and take pressure off of my wrist, and I can really feel this now, weighting into my legs. Grounding my heels to the mat, opening my toes. This is what our downward dog should eventually feel like, with palms to the mat and more extended. From here, let's come into our other side. So we're going to inhale and just step your feet forward. Pick your blocks up all the way up over your head. And then exhale your blocks to your heart center. Now, I want you to go ahead and open your feet nice and wide. Okay, I want you to put your blocks over at the other side of your mat. Toes are open, heels are about half a leg distance apart. For those of you who may be just joining us for your first class, welcome. Half leg distance apart means arms out, elbows bent. Where your fingers are pointing is where your heels should be right now. I am sweating. We're going to go ahead and inhale those arms up, like we're making a Y, like YMCA. And we're going to exhale, bend your knees. Now, very, very important, we are only bending in line with the ankles. So this is as low as I'm going, unless I want to widen my feet, right? Which I don't. We're going to inhale, reach up, really reach up, and exhale, sink down. Now, also important, as we continue, is I want you to see that my tailbone is going straight down. I'm not leaning forward here. It's going straight down. Give me one more. Now we're going to hold this one. Okay, I want you to inhale the arms up, bend the elbows. Now we're going to exhale, lift the heels. Say hi to those hamstrings. Hello. And inhale down, and the inner thighs. Exhale. Inhale. Give me two more. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. You can do this. Exhale. Hold. 3, 2, 1. And come down. We're going to inhale. Lift. Now, I want you to clasp your hands together in our church and steeple pose. Turn the toes in. And I'm also going to shorten my stance to more of a little bit less than half. We're going to inhale, reach up with the hands, and exhale, lean over to the left, opening your right side body. Inhale up, exhale, lean over to the right. Inhale up, exhale, leaning left. Last time, inhale up, exhale, leaning right. Beautiful. Inhale up, open those arms, and then exhale them down. Inhale, both shoulders up, and exhale, roll back and down. One more. Inhale up, and exhale, roll back and down. Perfect. If you need a sip of water, get it. We're going to turn, and we're going to do it on the other side. I know, you're so excited. Okay. So standing at the top of your mat, arms at your sides, deep inhale, and oceanic exhale. All right, inhale and step your right foot back into your left-sided crescent lunge. Let's reach those arms up with our next inhale. Exhale, really reach high with the arms. And let it lean back. Thank goodness the wall was there. I almost tipped over. Remember, you can always widen your lunge if you need a little more stability. Let's take another breath here. We're going to inhale, lift up. We're going to exhale. Start to reach forward, reach forward, reach forward, and then reach back. Hold here. Good. One more breath. Now, remember, hands could be clasped. We're going to bring our hands down. Remember, you can get a block if you need it. Remember, any height. I'm going to keep my hand to the mat, and we're going to reach that left arm up. Let's hold here. Give me one more breath. Wonderful. Let's bring those hands down. Let's make sure we have those blocks. Low side, remember, I'm keeping my toes down, but you can lift them up. So we straighten both legs. Remember, you can also slide that front foot back a little if you need to. Balance your hips out, which I did. Let's take 2 more breaths. One more breath. Wonderful. We're going to lift those blocks high. Step the back foot all the way back. Lower the knee. Remember, blanket can come under. Walk the blocks back. Ooh, stretch that back quad. That should feel really, really good after all that lunging we've been doing, not only in this practice, but in the practice this pairs with your Yoga Strong that focuses on the crescent lunge, warrior 2, and plank variations. Relax the shoulders down, lift the heart, take one more breath. Remember, arms could lift, you could lean back. Exploring your pose, your Anjaneyasana, low lunge. All right, let's press the hips back. Whew. Let's stretch that front foot. You could lift the toes if you want, or you can keep them down. I'm gonna lift since I kept them down on my other leg stretch. One more breath. Wonderful. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and bring that knee back down. I want you to now take your block. You may need both of them, but at least one of your blocks. I know I need one. And we're going to bring it to the middle of our mat, and we're going to sit down on it. I'm going to face forward so you can see what we're doing. Your feet are wide. Your elbows are going to come to the insides of your thighs and press away. And you're going to lift that heart up. Now you could also do this without the block. And you could float, which is going to be a little bit of a deeper stretch. Wherever you are in your practice, listen to your body. Do what feels right for you. Let's take 2 more breaths. One more breath. Let's come down. Whew. You may need to come off your block if you had a block. Wonderful. We're going to go ahead now and bring our hands to our shins. We're going to inhale and lean forward, looking up. And exhale, rock back. Tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale, lean forward, look up. And exhale, rock back. One more. Inhale, lean forward, look up. And exhale, rock back. Inhale, come to a flat back. We're going to go ahead and bend those knees. Let's inhale, lift the chin to sky. Exhale, chin to chest. Stretching the neck. One more time. Inhale up. And exhale, sink. Hold here. Inhale, draw your chin up and over to one shoulder. Exhale, draw your chin over and up to the other shoulder. Do this one more time each way. It feels so good, you may want to sneak in a couple extra times. That's okay. I'm going to sneak in one more time. Let's exhale your chin down. Deep inhale. Exhale, slowly lift your head. Let's inhale your arms up, hands together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste and shalom.